I, I'm not one to really like talk about anybody else's art really, you know what I'm saying? Like I might not watch it. I might not be a big fan of it, but I don't it's not like I don't like do interviews or usually like do stuff on social media where like I'm trashing Tyler Perry because I think like, I mean, he's employing a lot of people, he's made a ton of money and he's had a lot of success and it's just not my thing. Now back when we did the Boondocks, I mean, we were all really young and kind of wild, like back then it was like I don't know, man. We probably would not. I'm not saying we were being irresponsible, but at the same time, we were just trying to be funny. Like we weren't really thinking about like, is this going to hurt somebody or make them upset? Like we just weren't thinking about those kind of things. But like now, I don't know, man. Like to me, I think a lot of people probably look at Tyler Perry's work as I guess to some degree they might see it as a little like buffoonish, or he might appeal to a lower denominator or common denominator when it comes to like content. Like he's like for me is do what you do. Like if it works for you, it works for you, and if that's what if that's the kind of art that you want to make, you got every right to do it. And I mean, it's obviously working because he has a big audience. So no one can say you can say like I mean somebody can say it's trash, or you could maybe say it's not good, but that's all relative. Like I mean, because apparently somebody thinks it's good. He's doing something right, or else people wouldn't be tuning in. He wouldn't have a gigantic studio in Atlanta right now if it wasn't working. So and plus the other thing that I'll say this, the thing that I respect about Tyler Perry is that when they were closing doors in his face and he was told that his product wouldn't sell to a global audience, and he broke those molds and did things on his own, and he showed and proved that there's an audience for what he does. And that more than anything is something that I'm inspired by. You know what I'm saying? Like he took a bad situation and made it into a good situation. Nobody handed him shit. So you got to have respect for anybody, especially a black filmmaker or producer, writer, creative that that takes their career into their own hands and makes something happen from nothing. And coming from where we come from, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't knock that, man. Creatively, like if I was just to speak creatively about Tyler Perry and what I think works about. Well, I think when I say it works, I think the thing that I think people respond to the most about his work is he plays a lot in black taboos, right? So a lot of times, like if you take was a Diary of a Mad Black Woman, right? There's a scene in the beginning of the movie where the successful black guy just gets an award. He has his wife in the audience, and then he takes her home and he kicks her out the car, and it's like, I'm about to go see my white bitch. Like that got a reaction in the audience from the audience. Like people watching, black women everywhere going, oh hell no. He'll definitely lean into these taboos, the things that you would never want to really see, and that wouldn't actually happen in reality in most cases, right? I think he's that, like, to me that's been kind of his formula. Like he'll do that throughout all of his movies and shows, and it gets a reaction. It's like almost like watching a car crash, right? It's like people don't, they cover their face, but then they make enough room for them to see. It's kind of the same thing. It's like I got to see how this plays out because ain't no way in the world I would let that happen.
Enjoy this teaser? You can watch the full interview right now at hypersclub.com, along with more behind the scenes and additional content.